Manchester United again failing to convert their chances. Manchester United again absolutely abysmal in front of goal. Outputs matter in this game. Mentality matters in this game. Bottle matters in this game. Top four, done. Top four, over. Top four, finished. Top four, absolutely no chance. No chance. Criminal performance from these Man United players. Dominated the ball, created the chances. The XG is probably massive today. But no outputs. Nothing tangible. Eye test merchants probably love today's game. Passed the ball well, moved it. Even Bruno had 90% pass completion. We retained possession, we recycled it. Shut your mouths and suck your mum. That is not what football is about. It's about winning. It's about perseverance. It's about passion. It's about desire. And more importantly, it's about scoring more goals than your opponents. And this team is absolutely, categorically dead. Dead. If you're on the lookout for a new pair of jeans, fancy a new shirt, just want to update your wardrobe, today you are in luck. The Football Terrace is again partnering with Boohoo Man, where we can give you an extra 10% off their entire clothing range on their website right now. All you need is promo code TFT10 and or the link in our description below. So when you're finished here, go check it out. Go get yourself some brand new clobber. A little bit of a discount from the Terrace. Big thank you to Boohoo Man. Now just smash this like button. Let's start the stream. Let's go. Today is embarrassing. Today is an absolute abomination for Manchester United, and all the things wrong with the football club we saw today. Unable to handle pressure. Unable to deliver in a gateway moment. It's such an important game because the next three matches are Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool. And even winning some of those games now may not necessarily help Manchester United because of the points dropped against Watford today. The points dropped from winning positions against Southampton, against Burnley, against Aston Villa. And where my anger really stems from is that people keep talking about techers, about skill, about formation, about style of play. I told you it's all nonsense. It's all a facade. It's a side dish issue. It's a side dish issue. This team doesn't have a heart. That thing right in, I can't get my mic out of the way. That thing right there, no heart. Open Watford up, created the chances today, couldn't put them to bed, and slowly ran out of ideas. Started to crumble under the pressure. You could see it. We weren't able to buy a goal today. Should have had a penalty. Don't care. Don't care. Do I care that we dominated Watford? No. Do I care that Bruno had one of his better games in terms of keeping hold of possession and not playing? I want the Hollywood balls. The Hollywood balls lead to goals. Atrocious. Cristiano Ronaldo, a sensational footballer, but he's finished. And I have to put my hands up and say I was wrong. I thought the chances he had today, I always believed this Man United team would create for him. I thought he'd be lapping them up. Forget the fact that he turns like Per Mertesacker. Forget the fact that he's 72 years old. Forget the fact that he doesn't dribble and run like he used to. I can accept that. His finishing is done. He's lost it. He has lost it. I'm taking nothing away from his career, but he's lost it. There's nothing left. Every time I see him on the ball, all I get in my head is, the Jurassic Park theme tune. I just think dinosaur. He's done. He's absolutely finished. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm not being over. He has missed in the last 8 games. He has missed what I consider to be 11 sitters. He missed another open goal today because he couldn't sort his feet out. A lot of people said he was unlucky hitting the post. Still should be finishing that. Point blank headers against Southampton. One-on-one opportunities. And even his offside goal today. You don't need to be that close to the edge. But he does now because he bodies past it. I love what Ronaldo's done for football. Where I rate him for his entire career is right up there. Right up there. But if we keep him next year, we're going to lack progression. Harry Kane wins us that game today. Harry Kane wins us the game. Haaland wins us the game. Cavani probably wins us the game today. We need a prolific striker, someone who's in their pomp or about to enter their pomp. Ronaldo, done. Ronaldo, washed. Ronaldo, finished. Bruno Fernandes, wasteful again today. I don't care. He played well. Man United's football was good today. But I don't care about that bullshit. I care about winning. Today, honestly, eye test merchants must be sitting at home wanking over their mother's knickers. Oh, we held on to the ball. Oh, we dominate. Fuck idiots. Don't know football. Didn't score. That's all that matters. I don't care if we look 10 times worse than that if we win. It's about sustainability. It's about sustainability. Sustainability! No, it ain't. So what's been sustainable in the last 9 years, you pleb? Winning football matches is what's sustainable. United are just an absolute atrocity. Atrocity, really. I don't really feel like anyone else had a terrible game. Like other people may. I wasn't really looking at that. For me, it was the finishing. I mean, Rashford came on, did nothing. That's the one thing I'm going to point at Ragnick. Why? I also felt taking off Fred and Matic was wrong. We did lose a little bit. They controlled the middle well today. It was Watford, but they controlled the middle well. You should have taken either Bruno or Pogba off for the extra forward and allowed Matic to maintain. Like Pogba looked a little bit leggy. And then you're getting Bruno to run from deep with the ball when what you want is him around the edge of the 6-yard box. You don't want him deep. I thought that was wrong by the manager today. But the top 4 race is over for Manchester United. It is done. It is finished. It is kaput. It isn't going to be back. It won't be back. It can't be back. It's never going to be back. Arsenal now are a matter of just through 4 points, 5 points behind. Might be even less than that. I need to go and double check that. I'm going to put it up on the screen, actually, to be fair. But Arsenal are right behind Man United. They are, sorry, I'm a liar. They're 2 points. 2 points. I'm thinking about something else. They're 2 points behind United with 3 games in hand. It is done. It is done. And Man United are an absolute embarrassment. The club is an embarrassment. Look, and we all get things wrong. We all predict things that are wrong. But this club continues to get it wrong time and time and time and time again. And I'm angry with the players today because you all know me here. What matters most is output. What matters most is delivering. What matters most is putting the ball in the back of the net. I don't really care how it gets there. I don't really care for the style of play. I want it all to be good. People go, oh, you don't want a good style of play, do you? Of course I want a good style of play. But I don't care about that before winning. It's literally been the worst argument I've listened to for the last 2.5 years. Just want to win. Just want to win matches. And we've forgot how to do that. Under Ralph, we don't lose very often. We've been the better team in the majority of the games. But we're going a little bit LVG. It feels very LVG. Friend zone football. All the work. All the possession. The majority of the play. Some will say it looks nice. If we'd have scored 3 or 4 of those chances, we'd all be saying, wow, what a game. Even though it's only Watford, we'd still be saying, wow, what a game. But we're becoming like LVG's team. We can't score. We are in the friend zone. I had stuck a little bet on with 10 minutes to go. Watford to nick a 1-0 win. Thank God, Watford aren't that great going forward. Emmanuel Dennis has kind of not burnt himself out, but he's not scoring like he was 10 plus games ago. Because we'd have lost today. And this has been the story of our lives. Story of our lives. And look, Ronaldo's an issue at the moment because he can't score. He should be dropped, but Cavani ain't here. I don't know where Cavani is. I don't even believe he's injured. I'm being honest with you. Cavani don't want to be here. We let Martial go. Donny's gone. Rashford couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo right now. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Like our best two attackers at the minute are Sancho and Elanga. I didn't quite get why Sancho started on the bench. But then even then, we created. We did create opportunities throughout the whole game. It's just an absolute shocker. Another shocker for Man United. It really is. And there's no excusing the team. Poor performances, poor mentality, poorly run club. Top to bottom is why we are where we are. I'm going to do your super chat. I'm going to bring the boys out in a minute. Watford weren't even good today, other than Sissoko, who I thought was outstanding. Thought Ralph got it wrong. Felt he had made the subs too early. Ronaldo, what a terrible footballer, is what John says. Ronaldo must have meant dog years when he said 4 to 5. George says bottle jobs. You're absolutely right. Man United continue their unbeaten run. Come on. Yeah. It's an embarrassment. It's just an embarrassment. Sorry, boss. United are what? Shit. Blame United for bloody Arsenal getting in the top 4. So dislike. Listen, Arsenal have done well to get themselves where they are. Arsenal deserve the credit in their growth. But I'm more angry about today's a loss. I don't care that it's a draw. It's a loss. These games annoy me more than when we get battered. At least if you play City and they're better than you and they beat you 2-3-0, we know where we've got to get to. There's levels, right? When you're the better team in so many of these games and you can't score, it's infuriating. In the words of Terry, United are Unix FC. We are Unix. No bollocks. No balls. None. I need people to have the same energy they had for Rashi, Bruno, AWB, and Shaw for Ronaldo. He cost us today. Can't take him off because of his ego. Look, I look at it this way. He ain't good enough now. Don't go as far as I am seeing some people say this proves he was never as good as everybody says he was in his pomp. I can't, opinions like that make me want to drink my own vomit. It's terrible. I take back what I said about the top 4, Terry. It's gone. Trash performance. Miss after miss. Pathetic. Ronaldo, CR7. Why hasn't he been dropped? Stinker after stinker. In fairness, there is no one to drop him for right now, unless we go to a false 9. But I want to see that given an opportunity. I do. This shocking result for United. I thought Arsenal wouldn't get top 4, and I won't get carried away because we still have big games to play. But wow. Man United are back, best squad in the league. That's why it's embarrassing. This comment here says, as much as we dominated possession, we could have kept Matic on and we should have brought Mata into the play. Again, Mata further forward. Yeah, I think Matic should have stayed on, irrespective of what happened. But still, there are no excuses. United are consistently inconsistent, but now if Arsenal don't get top 4, then they are the biggest chokers in football history, is what Jason says. Arsenal fans, please talk to me about the refs. As an outsider, I was appalled from the ref. There were 2 pens. Yes, United were poor, but where was VAR? Again, I look at it this way. I thought the first foul on Elanga wasn't a penalty. I'm happy with that one. The second one on Ronaldo is a clear foul. Anywhere else on the pitch, it's given. However, and I will say this again, absolutely in no way, shape, or form am I going to blame referees. It dispels the myth that Arsenal fans push out that there's a conspiracy against them, because if there was a conspiracy against them, United would have got that penalty. But no Man United fan should be talking about referees today in any way, in any shape, or in any form. That is pure, unadulterated weakness to be talking about referees. In my opinion, when we fluffed and missed our chances that we did, when we made the mistakes we did, that has to be our focus here. Every single step of the way, that has to be the focus. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the only thing that should be the focus. Fair play to Hodgson, 74, and still got the passion to do this. Yeah, look, and Watford looked good. They weren't even that good today. We opened them up. They weren't even making great saves. But fair play, he's old. Goldbridge and Co. have created a CR7 cult. He's 37 years old and it shows. He doesn't deserve this much game time and it's killing us. Listen, I agree with you. Like, I'm not sentimental about players or managers. Sorry, I need to have a drink because I'm in a very bad mood. I'm not sentimental ever about players anymore as I've got older. I'm sentimental about my football club. And he needs to be dropped. He needs to be out of the starting lineup without a shadow of a doubt. The fact that he is still here is an atrocity. It's an atrocity to football that Ronaldo's still starting these games. Not because of, it's not about disrespecting his history. It's about what we need right now. And he ain't good enough right now. Bringing out EGAL, bringing out ZT, bringing out Oh My DEEZY, and we're going to open up the lines for you to come on and have your say. As you know, we are sponsored by Boohoo Man. Go check their website out after this stream. Get up to 40% off using our promo code. All the links and details are in the description below, so go and check that out. Want to see you people over there. It's very important to the terrace that you support us as well. I know most of you care about supporting us. Going to bring the panel out now to have their say and share the link for you to phone in and join us as well. Keep them super chats coming in as well. So much possession, yet still can't score. Yeah, bruv. Yeah, it looked good though, didn't it? That's not a dig at you. That's at eye test merchants. Honestly, eye test merchants are probably celebrating. I can see improvements. I can't. Man United are the most overrated squad. Shameless FC is what Akash has got to say here. Can we get drunk, Terry? Keep super chatting. I'll keep drinking. We'll make a game of it. Every time, do you know what we'll do? Every time there's a super chat of £5 or more, I'll do a shot. Right, let's bring the panel out now, people. Because I'm not being peer pressured into doing things for free. No, I'm messing. £5 super chat, I'll do a shot. Let's bring the panel out. Let's go. Gentlemen, another embarrassing result for Man United. ZT to you first, my friend.
No, let EGAL go first.
Okay.
I see a tweet. I got smoke for my guy. Go on, EGAL.
It's your team. Go speak.
No, speak. You said let's all laugh at United.
No, ladies first, my guy. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, donkey. Speak up. Go on, have your laugh. Let's laugh. All right, he's quiet. I'm going to speak first then, all right? We're going to go in. In the summer, I said, let's not sign Cristiano Ronaldo. I said it. I said, let's not sign this guy. This guy's finished. Like, he's absolutely done. And I said, the last thing this guy's got is his finishing, and even that is finishing. Now everyone's seeing it. Bruno Fernandes, I told everyone, this guy is a lottery player. He's a lottery player. Pogba, dwelling on the ball. I don't know anyone coming to me telling me we played good football today. No, we never. We just played against the team that was just literally sitting there and just letting us have it. There's a difference between playing good football and breaking down the team and the team that's just letting you have it. That, like, let's separate the two. Like, Ronaldo, like, people are going to talk about Ronaldo, but let's talk about Bruno. Because the only reason we're talking about Ronaldo is because Bruno's chances were in the first half. Bruno missed better chances than Ronaldo. Let's be precise. But no one's going to want to talk about it because of his output. This guy's a lottery player. And I'm going to be honest, and everyone's going to say, oh, you're only saying this because you're Pogba. Listen, F Pogba as well. Pogba gets it from me as well. The guy was atrocious. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was our best player. How's Booker T our best player? How is Booker T our best player? Someone explain that to me. How is a guy with no kneecaps and 1 foot our best player? Go on, someone explain that to me.
Mate,
and then afterwards, on top of that, I've got EGAL here, ready to laugh. I don't care about that donkey anyway, but moving on. How is Wan-Bissaka our best player? And look at him, he looks like a turtle. He looks like what's that turtle in Pokemon? Can't remember.
He's got the shades on in his room.
You know what I'm doing? I'm being respectful. I'm letting you bury yourself. Once you're done, I'm gonna cook. Keep going.
Yeah, let's cook. But yeah, go on, Terry. I'm just done.
Listen, I hear a lot of what you're saying, and look, I think on the Bruno thing, I've been very critical of him this season, and he did miss big chances today. I think the point about him is that his outputs are, when your outputs are generally been very good, you have that credit in the bank. I go in less, where when I look at Ronaldo, he came here to finish the chances he's been missing recently. Does that make sense? Like, that's why I'm more angry with him. Now, Bruno missed chances as well today. He did. But Ronaldo's missing of chances are kind of like, twice in 2 games, he's missed open goals because he can't open his body up like he used to because he's too old. And that isn't going to get any better. Bruno will go back to scoring more. I actually think if you take Ronaldo out of the team, Bruno starts scoring more goals.
Well, why does he have to be that?
Because I think it's about the positions you take up on the pitch to a certain degree. But Bruno does deserve criticism today. Ronaldo, though, I think in the last 8-9 games, I'm not just saying this, but he hasn't had goalies pull off world-class saves. He hasn't had defenders getting mad blocks. He should have scored about 10, 11, 12 goals. And we should have won. We should be right now 8-9 points, maybe more, in front of Arsenal with their games in hand. Ronaldo's misses have been absolutely a huge part of that. Of course, goals that we've conceded in games have been an issue. The lack of midfield control have been an issue at times. But the problem is when you go back for all these games, from throwing away the 2-0 lead at Aston Villa right till now, the missing of chances for me has been more of an issue than anything else on the football pitch. And Ronaldo's been a big part of that. He doesn't bring much else. He isn't creating. He isn't pressing. He hasn't got great movement anymore to help the team. So if you're not finishing, what else are you doing? With Bruno today, at least he still created like chances and opportunities. He still did other things. And I think that he does deserve criticism for missing the chances, but he's bringing other elements to the game. Where Ronaldo, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. If Harry Kane's in our team today, we win this game 3 or 4-0. Easy.
I don't even know if that's Cristiano Ronaldo or his wax model at Madame Tussauds. I'll be honest with you.
Let me just say something about Cristiano Ronaldo before I get onto the actual team and the whole performance. This is not Cristiano Ronaldo in his prime, obviously. This is not the Cristiano Ronaldo of old. This is basically like Cristiano Ronaldo just before he's about to retire, or a couple years before he's about to retire. This is a similar situation to Michael Jordan when he was at the Wizards. This is not the same guy anymore. On certain days, he can perform and show you something magical and do something like a historic moment, like when he got 50 at the Wizards, and when he could do something for you guys in the Champions League, maybe. But at this moment in time, he's not the same guy. So that's why I compare him to. Sometimes you need to know when to go, and I don't think he's going to be one of those guys who is going to take himself off the pitch. He's going to be one of those guys who needs to be taken off the pitch and needs to be controlled a little bit, because he's not the same guy. Mentally he is, but physically he's just not. And at this point, he is a hindrance to Manchester United. But there's a lot of conversations you can have about Manchester United. I don't even want to have that right now. Z, first things first. You know that at the beginning of the season, you were saying you guys have a better defense than us, you have a better goalkeeper than us, you have better midfield than us, you have better players than us, you have better attack than us. You yourself know that your players have been performing badly. You've been doing terrible on the pitch. Everything you just said about certain players, and yet you still come on and try to give me smoke when you know my team is performing better, even though you're 1 point ahead of us. I said my team's going to do the talking on the pitch. My team did the talking on the pitch. You still tried to come on after a win. I am giving you some mercy right now. Apologize, and I will never speak disrespectfully again to you. Or continue to chat shit. You have a choice. Apologize right now to everyone.
Do you know what's funny?
I'm giving you an out. I'm giving you an out. Apologize right now to everybody. Or else,
do you know what's crazy?
Catch smoke every single time.
And
There's no smoke
whatsoever.
1 second, just before you go, everyone in the comment section, put your popcorn emojis out, get your laughing emojis out. Let's all laugh at Manchester United. These guys thought they were in a title race at the beginning of the season. They thought Cristiano Ronaldo was going to come out and help them win the league or the Champions League. Not everybody, but some of you guys did. And you yourself said that you were going to get Champions League football. You said you're fifth. Why are you laughing? You're fourth. And your team can't even pick up points against Watford at home. Watford picked up 4 points against you this season. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Every single week, they put in terrible performances, and you cannot be realistic. Stop being deluded. Stop being delusional. Stop being irresponsible as a fan, and call out the bullshit in front of your rivals and your own fans. Don't just keep it in your own circle. And also, finally, I'll give you one more out. apologize right now in front of everyone on the terrace, or else I will keep coming after you every single time.
You know what?
And
Do you know
team's
what's funny?
Your team's performances, when they continue to drop points like this, you should have some self-respect and continue.
You know what? Do you know what's funny? You know what's funny,
even
right?
when rivals are
You know what's funny, right? You've just come on your Kanye West rant, and you're going to be moving. You're going to be simping after us when you don't make top 4. But I can talk football because you're still behind us. You're not making sense. You came here with your shades on, looking like Blastoise, and you start ranting, and you're talking some shit when you're not even ahead of us.
You can't talk about football. You and your
We are talking football. Are you ahead of us? Are you ahead of us?
Wait,
are you ahead of us?
Manchester United are shit.
Are you ahead of us?
Shit.
Are you
Everybody's
ahead of
shit.
us? Answer the question.
Shit. Your goat is shit.
Answer the
your whole
question.
team is shit. So what are you
Answer
gonna
the
do?
question. Are you ahead of us?
No.
Are you ahead of us?
But we will
Okay,
be.
then shut
We
your bloody
we
mouth.
will
We will
be
be.
realistic
But
and
for
talk about football?
now, you're not.
Come
For
on.
now, you're not. You're here talking. You came here with your shades.
You
There's
can't
no
beat Watford
sunshine.
at home. How are
There's
you gonna
no-
get top 4?
It doesn't matter. We're still ahead of you.
Yes,
This is
you
what I
are.
mean about you. You need to
Mathematically,
humble yourself.
mathematically, you are ahead
It's
of us.
not about math.
But
It's
when you
not.
think
Yes.
about it,
What do
when
you
you
win the
think
league
about
on?
it, when you look at
What
the
do you
grand
win
scheme
the
of
league
things-
on? When you qualify the top 4 on math? Clearly,
Okay,
your math is wrong.
when we qualify for top
Clearly,
4,
your brain cells are
when we qualify
dreadlocked
for top 4,
because
don't
you
go
do
hiding
not
in a
know
ditch.
anything, bro.
Don't go hiding in a ditch.
It's not
when
about
you
don't
qualify
hide.
for
I'm
top 4.
here. I'm here.
No,
You're
no,
still
go.
talking. You're fifth. You're whatever. You put your Blastoise shades on, looking like some Canadian Kanye West, bro. Like, let's go in, bro. Like, this is what I mean. I'm talking about
Let me know when
humble
you're
yourself.
done. Let me know when you're done.
No,
Let me know
we're
when you're
gonna
done
talk.
talking delusional.
We're gonna talk because you know what it is. Man, talk about humble yourself. You need to humble
Humble.
yourself. You're here
Humble.
talking with your chest out.
Humble.
Like man's got a double D
Bro,
chest.
I've been here for 2 years. I've
Yeah, you've been here
experienced
for
the
2
downs
years,
and the ups.
bro.
I have different energy
You know,
from what I
Smad.
have
You know,
down.
man. You've been here for 2 years, and you still haven't learned how to humble yourself. What is that?
Nah, you're chatting.
Bro,
You're chatting.
You ain't in the top 4. You ain't in
Let
the
me drop
top
some
4.
knowledge on you. One second.
It's
one
not.
second.
There's
One
no
second,
drop
one second,
knowledge.
one
This
second,
guy's gonna come
one
talk
second.
about
Harry,
Mikel
please,
Arteta.
Let me
Bro,
say one thing,
bro.
Let me say one thing.
Go on, talk.
When I'm going through downs, I come on here. Even when rivals are holding smoke on me, I sit back, I take it in, and I say, you know what? You're right.
But you know what it is? If you was a Chelsea fan, if you was a
Terry can
Liverpool
vouch for
fan,
this.
if you was a
There's
City
times
fan,
where I'm on here.
I would be
times where
listening.
I'm on here.
But you know
when my
what?
team
It's
does
an
bad,
Arsenal
I hold
fan.
smoke.
Do you know what? Do you know what the funny things? EGAL, let me paint you your picture. Let me paint you your picture. Let me paint you your picture, bro. You're not going to qualify. You're not going to get top 4. Then you're going to come in at the end of the season. You're going to say, you know what? We should have never got top 4. We signed Ramsdale, Ben White, Man United signed.
You said 100% you're going to get it last week.
Yeah, 100%. I'm still sure, EGAL. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, bro.
You call me deluded, bro.
I'll be honest with you.
Listen, when we lost to Aston Villa, I held it. I said this season's a write-off. You cannot acknowledge.
So what's giving you chest now?
What's
giving you chest now,
bro? Because my team is unified. We actually have
unified. Unified.
Yes.
Unified. In what sense?
In what sense?
Have you watched your hairline? In what sense?
One second.
In what sense?
Calm down.
In what sense?
Do you watch football? Do you watch football?
Nah, in what sense?
You watch football.
In what sense are you unified?
I am
in what sense are you unified?
You absolute idiot.
Bro, what in what sense are you unified?
Are you dumb?
In what sense are you unified with GR?
So let me respond.
In what sense are you unified?
Let me respond.
In what sense?
Let me respond. Did you watch the game against
I watch the game against? Shut the fuck up. You're still below us. You're not making no fucking sense.
Acknowledging the answer.
How can you say we're unified or we're back? You're still below us.
I never said we're back. I said
makes sense.
Okay, we have a team.
You're deluded.
We have a football team.
For GR.
We have a football team. Not a
half-breed. For GR, half-breed Blastoise. Bro, forget it, bro. I can't even talk to this guy.
You guys are obviously doing your thing. And we are going to come back because I want DEEZY's been here for like 15 minutes. He ain't said a word yet. He's chilling. I know a lot of people have been super chatting in as well. So I had to drop.
Terry, he can't have a footballing conversation without going to resorting to.
Nah, I've lost my. Listen, I'm not going to lie. You've rattled me. But you know why you've rattled me? You've rattled me because of like,
I'm
bro,
speaking
you know what
sense.
I'm going to speak to you. No,
EGAL,
I'm going to tell you this, my brother. Yeah.
Can you have a real conversation?
In all due respect, we spoke on the space the other day. My issue with you, bro, is like literally, I told you, stop getting your confidence until the fat lady sings. That is my issue, bro. If
my
you look,
response is-
let me tell you this, if you look if you look comfortably go, 5, 10 points, whatever, and you look comfortably in that top 4, 100%. You've rattled me. Congratulations.
Let me say
but
this.
you know what it is?
One second.
Don't let me tell you this. I want you
Wait.
in May to come back with those shades. I promise you. And click this, Terry. If you
I'll
look
be
get
here
top 4, I
all
will apologize. But
I'll be
until
here
then,
all year.
until then, shut your mouth and know your role.
Okay, let me speak now. Let me speak. As I said, we have a more unified team. We don't have individual better players than you, but what we currently have is a team that's working together cohesively, fighting until every single minute. The fans have united. We have a good spirit around the whole team. And when it comes to actual performances, our last 9 games, we have 7 wins, 1 draw, and the only loss is against Man City. With that kind of form and the position that we're in, with games in hand also, which I don't like, but we do have games in hand, I will take that, and I will confidently say right now, I believe in my team, which you cannot say.
No, 100%, bro.
Guys, I think that debate, we are going to come back to that no matter what. I have a lot of super chats here. I don't even know how many I've got to go to. As much as we dominated possession, we could have kept Matic on and brought Mata into the pockets. Yeah, I think we had that one. First super chat goes towards your second hair transplant because you're going to need it at this rate. Thank you. Strip bearers, give me a seat. I'm going to do another little shot here for you. My little bit of grey goose. Right, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. Hang on a minute. Man's done 10 quid. That mean I've got to do 2.
Oh, Lord, this is about to get
Bloody hell.
Where are you trying to go? Where
Bro.
He's trying to put on a show. I feel it.
Right,
Now we can, you know what? Do you know what's crazy, bro? I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh.
Terry, you need to take another shot for me, because the girl has rattled me. I'm going to give it to you, girl. Girl's giving me a call today.
Give me a second.
Take another shot for me.
Man United fans saying they've got Champions League. I hear you on that. Z is salty as hell. Take the L. Terry, get drinking.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not salty. I'm rattled. A girl knows how to do this. Cause you know what? A girl's got a different energy on space.
Gal is very good at it. No doubt. Cheers, Terry. Have 2 shots on me. Okay, I'm gonna save that one for a bit. Let me just recover a minute. United are slowly improving. We have big problems holding possession. We are now just need to finish our chances. Let's be patient. Patience is the key. I agree with you, Terence. CR7 must be subbed. And I think that's absolutely right. Like, oh my DEEZY, I want to come to you because I know you've been sitting there a while listening to my guys here, like having their spat. Like, what was your take on today? Is this a Ronaldo issue? Is it a team concentration? Like, what is it? Because we are in every single game for the past 6-7 weeks failing to finish our dinner, and it's cost us easily 12 points in the league.
First of all, I like to say, Gal, I like the glasses. They are comedic. Second of all, you hopping in here with chess when you man are equally as inconsistent is hilarious. However, on today, the funny thing is, the one game that we look to keep a clean sheet, the one game that we look to dominate possession, dominate the chances, dominate where the ball is on the pitch, Watford showed up and they weren't on it at all. And we couldn't do nothing to them. And I think, honestly, it just boils down to a confidence thing, you know. I think as the game progressed, you could see people second-guessing their touches, going with a safe pass instead of a dangerous pass. And ultimately, I think the pressure just kept mounting. And the longer that we didn't score, the longer that the strikers lacked confidence. And I think that's just what it boiled down to. Because every other aspect of the game, honestly, you couldn't say that, the centre backs were poor, the left and the right back were poor. You can't say that the midfielders were poor, the ones that started. It literally just boiled down to lacking confidence in front of goal and taking your chances.
Yeah, I hear you. And look, John makes a point about Ronaldo. I don't know. Ronaldo said 4 to 5. I don't know what that's referencing. I don't get it. I might have missed something. He says his ego is the problem. He's going to end up being remembered for a washed player. Know when to leave. Could ruin. I mean, it's not going to ruin his legacy. Again, it's going to ruin his legacy with people that don't believe he should have the title in of GOAT. Anybody that's always put him down is loving it.
But
right
Terry,
now.
this is what's crazy, right? This is what's crazy. This is where people need to start being humans, right? Ronaldo's 37. Messi as well is 34. If you lot can bring me out players that were performing at that age, yeah, to the level that these guys was performing at. Listen, how old was Iniesta when he went to, and Xavi when they went over to wherever they went to? You get what I mean? Like, this is what people don't make sense. I said it from the beginning, Dizzy. You remember when I first came onto this stream, right? When I had my goal with Pav, I said it. I said, don't get excited. This is why I never get why girls always talking, right? And I said Ronaldo's a problem. I said Bruno's a lottery player. I said Pogba's this. Do you get what I mean? This is what is crazy about fans, right? I'm upset not because we're top 4. I'm upset because my standards are a Prem. My standards are a UCL. Do you get what I mean? This is what I mean. This is why I can't. This is what is annoying. Like, even the simple fact that we are battling for top 4 is a failure in itself. You get what I mean?
No, I agree. And I agree. And I think that's one of the things for me. And I kind of get. I got asked this question last night by an Arsenal fan. They were like, "Are you not embarrassed with your season, even if you make top 4?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." Sure. And I think that's the thing for me, which celebrating. If we would have, if now we were able to make top 4, if we made top 4 now, of course I'm happy, but more so for the next manager. But it still doesn't mean this team is going to get away without me slamming them legitimately, because
exactly
it's an embarrassment of a season for Manchester.
Well, that's the thing.
One thing I disagree with a lot of people. This squad isn't overrated. This squad is full of talented players. We haven't lost all these points. Forget what we did with Ollie and before Ollie, because we all knew that was a different kettle of fish. If you look at the games, barring Wolves beating us where they were the better team, all these games where we dropped points, we dominated the ball, we created the vast majority of chances, and even with the goals we've conceded in those games, we've missed sitter after sitter after sitter in those matches to put the games to bed. That's on us. We're creating the one thing we're doing now, which we weren't with Ollie. We're creating the chances, and we're creating sitters in these games, and we're missing them. And that's why I'm more angry. I'm more angry than anything, because I heard people tweeting today, "Oh, you notice how much better we are with a DM?" I'm like, we dominated all the other games before this with Matic. There's no difference. There's no difference. It's just putting that ball in the back of the net.
I agree with everything you said, and that's why running the shades and talking crazy in the top 4 race to me is crazy.
Exactly. You know what? I'm gonna put my stamp on it.
Let me finish.
No.
It's funny to me because
there's a difference. There's a difference.
No. You don't understand the full story. No, sir. No, we're not doing that.
No. You don't understand.
I let you guys go crazy for 15 minutes. Let me have my piece.
Go on, Dizzy.
Okay, but let me respond to you.
No, I'm not done.
You're done.
Continue.
It's funny because I grew up in an era where United and Arsenal was United and Arsenal. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the fact that we've fallen to the point where we're dropping points against Watford and we're in a top 4 race. Yeah, we're 4th, but we're in a top 4 race nonetheless. And the Arsenal fans is going crazy. It's like, man, we're so far from where we should be that this isn't even a worthy conversation for it. What are we talking about?
Okay, let me tell you what we're talking about here.
First
things first, I am talking about Z being deluded enough to come onto a stream after we won against Watford, after we won against Wolves, and to try to call me out. So I came out in response to say, you know what? The hypocriticalness of him trying to come on a stream after we won to get at me. First things first. Second of all, I can talk football, bro. I can talk to you about football all day, and it doesn't have to be banter, but it can be real talks. Manchester United, the main issue, Terry's already brought it up so many times. You already know what it is. Against the smaller teams, you guys create all these chances, you fluff your lines, and then you end up dropping points when it's not necessary. And you continue to do that. But I think there's a lot more problems than just that also. You have a lot of disharmony. You don't know what your best 11 is. You continuously have to change the players around to, of course, which is rotation, regular rotation. But at the same time, you also don't know if you had to put the game on the line, put your best 11 out there. Every single fan would have a different team to put out there, where for Arsenal we have a unified team. We are a lot more together. We see something special actually happening, and we see ourselves building towards something hopefully in the future. We don't know how far we get. I'm not saying we're going to win major trophies or anything like that, but we see the beginning of something where you guys are faltering where we used to be a couple years ago.
This is where I disagree.
Now one second. And when you have somebody coming on the stream, you haven't said guarantee you're going to get top 4. Terry hasn't said guarantee you're getting top 4. But Z's come out with chess numerous times saying to me, why you chatting? You're not guaranteed it. No, nobody's guaranteed it. But at this moment in time, you have to acknowledge the fact that Arsenal is in a better position than Manchester United. Even though you guys are mathematically in the 4th spot right now, we have games in hand. We are playing better than you guys. We are not dropping points against the smaller teams. Yes, we're not getting points against the bigger teams. But at this moment in time, all we need to do do is continue to be flat track bullies, beat these smaller teams, and get performances here and there, and we will get there at the end of the season. It's not even about throwing chest at Manchester United. It's just you guys continue to drop points, make it funny for all of us. So I'm here to just laugh at you guys.
Yeah, that's a good take, Miguel Obama. That's a good one. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. But you know what my issue is, right? What I'm gonna say, right, is I'm not happy with fourth, right? I came in here, right? DEEZY was here, Pav was here. This is why people attacked me, because I questioned my team. This is what I mean. I questioned the team already. But what I'm trying to say is, this is why I call you lot Spurs in red. Because right now you're talking, and if you don't get top four, and we still get it, which I'm confident that we are, right? And I'll put it,
I'll be the first one here
I'm
to say
so
that's
confident,
embarrassing.
Terry, mark
And
my
I'll hold
words,
it
right? Mark
which
my
you won't.
words. I'll be honest with you. If United don't, if Arsenal get top four, Terry, I will donate 200 quid to any charity of your choice, right? And I'll shave,
stop.
shave
Yeah.
my head bald
Listen,
on
Very
Terry's
first
stream.
foundation.
Bet on the,
Very
listen,
first
I don't
foundation.
bet.
Love
I
that.
don't bet.
Football
But I
terrorist
will buy a
slide.
No,
Manchester
I'm
United
not saying
kit.
it's not a bet.
Listen,
It's
I
what
will
I'm
come on
saying
the
to
stream.
Terry.
I will come on the stream. I'll buy a Manchester United kit. I'll come on the stream, wear it, and then send it to you if you
All right,
want.
cool. Let me tell you
But
this.
you have to do the same thing with the Arsenal kit.
No, bro, I've already given you a
Okay, so
bigger
that's-
thing.
so
I've
it doesn't
literally
work.
said I'll donate £200 to Terry's,
No.
whatever Terry said,
If you
and then
want to do a
afterwards
bet,
I
I
will
will do a
shave my
bet
head
with you.
bald on stream.
If you want to do a bet, I will
That's
do a
how
bet with you.
confident I am.
No. If you want to do a bet, I'll do a bet with you. I am so confident.
Let the
I will
people in the
buy a
comments
Manchester
decide which
United
one they
kit.
want me to do.
I will wear a Manchester United kit on stream, and then after I wear it, I'll return it, get a second one, give and send it to your address. But if you
Alright,
do the
cool.
same thing in return for me,
I will literally poo on the Arsenal kit. Literally.
But
okay, so then deal's off. If you're not going to do the same thing, deal's off.
Guys, what's really interesting about this whole conversation is I look at it this way. The football terrace was created so rivals could chat to each other after games on stream, just like this. This is what it was for. I love it. But like missing out on top four to Arsenal, how do I explain this without Arsenal fans thinking I'm playing it down? I'm annoyed, but I'm more annoyed about it's not even the embarrassment of you finishing in front of us. My focus is for me personally, it's where do we go from here in the sense of because football doesn't end at the end of this season. What I would say about the way I see a lot of football fans talk, so I'm seeing a lot of gooners at the minute that like predicted coming fourth. They are like still, and not even that. It was like we're going to come fourth and we're on an upward trajectory, and they're using this season. I told you I was right. I know more about football than everybody else. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I get that, but this isn't the season finale. This isn't the final 7 episodes of Ozark and then it's done. Football starts again next year. Like, and I've said this to friends of mine at Gooners, where we're having conversations off camera. It isn't about clout. It isn't about having a debate. And I'm like, there is no, like, United, we can finish back in front of Arsenal next season. So as much as it's annoying, I'm not going to like lose my head over Arsenal being in front of us because we could be back in front of you by the end of next season. And then what does that mean for all the people that are pretending like they know more about football than others? I'm more focused on where my club is and how we sort ourselves out. I'll congratulate Arsenal if they make it. I think what you've done brilliantly is that this opportunity has opened itself because United have been nowhere near where the majority thought they would. And you've capitalized on that, and it's absolute fair play. But I look at it from the point of view with even United under Ralph, we haven't been abysmal in every element of what we've done on the football pitch because we should have won the games. When we were losing under Ollie towards the end, when we were like drawing games regularly under LVG, that was led to the club deciding to sack him. In the last 6 months of Jose's career, we weren't even like competitive in games. So my frustration is more, why can't we put this ball into the back of the net? What is wrong with our mentality? So I get Gal's point, but that isn't what I'm angry about. Like, I'm not really focused on Arsenal or Tottenham per se. As a content creator,
exactly.
I am a job. But as a Man United fan, I'm really looking with him. I'm more intrigued about the decisions we make in the summer with our next manager and who we decide to put upstairs than any other club. And for me, finishing behind Arsenal, if that actually triggers Ralph getting a upstairs and Ten Hag coming into the club, I'd take that now to get. I'd rather that than we've finished in the top four. We go. Cheered, Ralph. You can leave. Poch comes in, and then non-football people start making decisions again. Like I'm prepared to wait and see what happens.
Terry,
it's
Terry. Look at this, right?
Yeah.
Look at this, right? This is what I'm trying to say. Also, this whole Arsenal thing is a little rivalry banter between me and EGAL, right? But let's be realistic. We finished second last season and still wanted Oli out because we felt that that was not of the standard, right? Under Mourinho, we won. People talk about we ain't won a trophy in 5 years. Let me paint the picture. Under Van Gaal, we won the FA Cup and finished fifth. He lost his job. We weren't satisfied. Under Mourinho, we won 2 trophies in his first season, the Europa League and the League Cup, but finished 6th. People need to understand. So first of all, people talk about us not winning a trophy in 5 years, right? And what we won trophies where we finished outside of the top 4, right? And where was the progression? We've got into the top 4 without winning trophies. Where's the progression? You get what I mean? Like, our standards are completely different, and what we aspire to and what we want to achieve is completely different.
So
this whole top 4 thing.
I agree with that. I agree with it in this point. And again, some Arsenal fans will take this as salt. It isn't. If Arsenal make top 4, you will see me congratulate them. There are certain Arsenal fans out there, and I use Jess as an example here because we do a lot of shows together. Jess will celebrate like crazy. She's happy with the progression. She has a feel-good factor about the direction the club is going in. But Jess still gets a lot of crap from Gooners because she doesn't have this unyielding, consistently overly positive attitude of not only are we growing, but we will win the league in a few years and the Champions League, and we're better than everybody else barring this person. And that's where I would implore Arsenal fans to slow down, because you only know that you fully progress in when you've done it. An Arsenal Football Club's ceiling has to be competing for the Premier League most years and being able to win the Champions League when you're in it. And that isn't to say you shouldn't celebrate the steps of progression, but it's just, this is where fans have become. It's almost like we're celebrating these really small wins like we're picking up major trophies. If we make the top 4 this year, I'll be happy with it, but I will not be celebrating it as a mark that we're going to be challenging for the title next year, or like we're better than everybody else. Because let
me tell you why you're a little bit off it with Arsenal though, because Manchester United and Arsenal are not run the same. We currently have 2 different situations. You guys have a team where you've paid all this money for, and you're going to be starting your rebuild this summer when a lot of players come off the books. Arsenal have already started that. We've cleared up a lot of cap room. We've cleared up a lot of space in our wage bill. And if we get Champions League football this summer, it is integral to the building of the squad for the next decade, because this will allow us to get the quality of striker, the quality of players that we need for the next 4 years.
So, Miguel, no, but I want to ask you a question. I need to ask you this question now, because I know where you're going from, because I've heard a lot of other Arsenal fans say it. I understand the feeling of positivity, and you're right. Getting into the Champions League,
it's a fact.
No, it's not a fact, and I'll tell you why it's not a fact.
If we get Champions League,
let me. I don't need to hear it because it isn't a fact. You know why it's not a fact? Because it hasn't happened. My point to you is this. You will feel like making the Champions League mean, and I know a lot of you are like, the Cronkies are running the club better. Josh isn't like before. We've got this clear direction, this clear plan and everything else. I know how it looks and how it feels. Until you deliver against it, it isn't real. So once you've attracted the Vlahoviches and the Locatellis, I'm using them as examples because you wanted them in the last 2 windows, and you're actually challenging for the Premier League again, and you're challenging competitively in the Champions League, nothing's real. Thinking it looks good is one thing, but acting like it's actually here is different. I don't understand why no fan other than Liverpool, Chelsea and City, when it comes to winning the major trophies, should be acting like we are there and we're on the edge of competing. None of us know yet. It might look good.
You know what we know?
We don't know.
You know what we know? We know Arsenal is moving in the right direction at this moment in time. That's what we know.
Yeah,
but you see what called crack cocaine?
I've heard Arsenal. Listen, bro, and what I'm going to say is this, and you may do it. And if you do it, I'll be.
And it sounds very bitter from all you guys.
No, but this is not bitter. This isn't bitter. Again, let me say this is not bitter. If you hang on, I'll tell you why it's not. If you start to be run, I've been calling for Arsenal to be run properly from a working class man's mentality for a long time. When you're doing it, as in it's yielded fruit, I'll say well done. I have seen clubs before operate well for a period of time. You guys don't know what, if you qualify for the Champions League this summer and you don't go to the next level in the transfer window, what's the answer? What's the excuses going to be? What if you throw this top 4 opportunity away and you crumble in the last 5 or 6 games, but then you still renew Arteta's contract. What happens in another 18 months' time? Hang on. What happens in 18 months' time when Saka's one of the best attacking players in the world? He wants 300 grand a week to stay because that's what City and Barcelona are offering him, and your owners say no. I'm not saying these things will happen, but until you've gone through those experiences and those moments, you don't know whether you're being run better. No one does. And it's not like your owners haven't lied to you in the past, like ours have, like Tottenham's have. I think you are moving in the right direction. That should be celebrated. But this weird obsession with we are 100% being run as well as any other football club and we will get back, I think
that is a false
premise. You're setting yourselves up for failure. Celebrate it when you see it, not the belief.
Terry, but let me just say one thing. That last statement's a false premise. No one actually believes that we are being run better than all the other clubs in world football. That's unrealistic.
Or as well. But if you're
what we're saying is we've seen improvements. We've seen gradual improvements from Arsenal based on where we were 4 or 5 years ago to where we are now. We see that we're spending some more money. We see that we have what direction the club is going in. We see that we've done a full rebuild, unlike under Arsene Wenger or under Unai Emery. We've never done a full rebuild. And at this moment in time, we look at Manchester United, which is a team that obviously we should be rivaling with, and Chelsea and all these other teams. Obviously, we want to reach the level of Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City. But at this moment in time, when we see Tottenham and Manchester United dropping off, we see ourselves being the opportunists to take that spot and to push on. That's all it is. And when it comes down to it, the reason why we're here today is because Manchester United continuously drops points against lesser teams, where Arsenal, at this moment in time, who has a squad nowhere near Manchester United's quality, is continuously picking points up against these same
teams. EGAL, and nothing you've said there is incorrect. And I agree with everything you've said there. And you are moving in the right direction. The point is, I feel like what the first statement you made before that is like you're taking your foot off of your owners' necks. You lot should be keeping pressure on your owners in the same way you were 2 years ago. That pressure should remain until you're winning Premier Leagues, and not just because as soon as you guys take the pressure off and go, it's all lovely, happy days are cool. That's when you run the risk of your owners going, oh, let's try this now.
Exactly.
So that's all my point is.
We've seen it with our club.
Energy. Don't lose your energy. Man United, I've seen multiple times. FSG a really good example. Every now and then, FSG try to act in a way that Liverpool fans aren't happy with, and they're banged straight on the neck straight away. You just need to maintain that energy because Arsenal are not back to where they should be.
There's only one club. There's only one club.
Terry, you were always Glazers out, but under Jose Mourinho, I remember watching your streams, and after you guys won the Europa League, you believed that the next season you would push on. At this moment in time, I'm at a point where even though I don't trust the owner, I believe my team can push on for better things.
And you're right. And my point is, I learned through that experience that our owners start doing the right thing for a period of time, and then they've pulled rugs from under things. So now my approach is, I remain skeptical until I've seen the act, like religion. If God comes out the sky and shows me he's real, I'll believe and do everything the Bible or whatever book he says is the right one to follow is, right? Or if it's a new one. Until religion is proved to me, I have no faith in anything other than what I see and believe, right? And that's not a dig at anybody. I actually respect people that are religious because I can't believe in anything I can't see, right? And I don't believe that water ever got turned into wine. Like, that's magician shit. Like, but from my point of view, right, I just look at it from this, I need to see it now. So your example as to, I did get sucked in on a couple of, but look what I did under Ollie. I never fully believed in the rebuild. I went, well, let's see what happens when Ollie gets sacked and the new guys come in. See if they try and spin another rebuild, and they did. So my point is to Arsenal fans, be proud of what you're doing.
Exactly. This is what people are not.
Sorry, Z. Be happy with the progression, but don't act like it's all done and the work's finished and you can sit back on your veranda looking at the sunset going, it's all gravy. You need to keep the pressure on your owners. I'm going to go to some more callers quickly because I do have to get back to this other game in a minute. Pav and Mo are here. What are you saying, boys?
I'll let Mo go first. Go on, mate.
Bro, man. Thanks, Pav. Appreciate it. Big up the panel. Great show, guys. Look, man, I think pretty much United are done. I think these players, I told Terry a couple of weeks ago, but these players ain't winners. These players are not going to win you a league title or a Premier League title. I'm sure we can all agree on that. For me, announce the next manager, whoever it is, and then start rebuilding. Slowly start moving these players away and start introducing new players. But there needs to be a change from the club. They need to refreshen up because at the moment, it's stale, it's boring. You've got one of my favorite players in Bruno Fernandes. Like every ball has to be Hollywood. And I've been on Twitter Spaces a lot. He needs to simplify his game. Like not everything has to be Hollywood. Not everything has to be a 40-yard shot. Just keep it simple sometimes. You don't need to do these crazy balls. But top 4, can we make top 4? We can. Do we deserve to make top 4? No. I say forget top 4. We're a Europa League team at best. We're against Atletico. We got dominated. We got to a football in lesson, and we got it was 1-1. We're gonna the Champions League game now. We have to win the Champions League basically to save the season. If you don't win the Champions League and we don't get top 4, that's fine for me. That's fine for me. We start fresh next season and we go again. Get Ten Hag or whoever the next manager is going to be. Start buying players. Start moving on players and start again. But I've told Terry and I've told everyone else, you'll never win a league title under this ownership. Never. Go on, Pab.
I hear you. Go on, Pab. What you saying, mate?
I said to you back in January when we got rid of these players on loan that we were a little bit short. And with the whole Greenwood thing, I said that I'd be shocked if we made the top 4. The fact some of these players have come back from injury, people like Pogba, who played good for a couple of games, he's gone back to what he does best, being inconsistent. And it's just not him. We've got players like Fred Flintstone and Barney at centre-back and left-back who don't deserve to be at the club. I don't know why Ralph brought on that chicken nugget on today when Alex Telles was doing all right. But we've got a lot of players who need to leave in the summer. And it's not going to happen straight away, but it's going to be a half few years. But I'm kind of at the point where I don't trust these players at all. We failed to beat a lot of these bottom teams this year. Like, I don't know why we're doing that because we weren't doing it last year. And Ronaldo as well. I won't abuse the guy or anything, but I think we'll be a lot better without him next season because he's not doing like I want Haaland. I want that guy so bad because I see that guy play. He's fresh, works a lot, runs up and down the pitch. And Ronaldo can't do that anymore. And we're not creating. I'd say we're not creating enough for him. But
you know what?
He's got to go.
I don't want no superstar players. I want first and foremost get a structure in place.
Yeah,
start with that first.
And these things are very, very key. I got sent a message here from an Arsenal friend of mine. It's like, there's no way, Terry, that you don't care about Arsenal finishing in front of you. And of course, like the banter that comes with it, I don't want to hear it, see and feel. Missing out on Champions League football really matters to me because, like, it helps attract players. The money it brings in. I like being in the Champions League, and do you know what would be really painful? And this is like me hoping. You stick Ralph upstairs, Ten Hag comes in, we start playing really nice football. Not being in the Champions League, you'll be like, but we're so, like, let's say we did look really good. You'd be like, it's so gutting we're not in the Champions League. But I hear what you guys are saying. Like, I don't mind.
We'll get there, Terry.
I don't mind superstars, but they have to want to be here for the right reasons. And you know, Man United, in my lifetime, have bought some big name players. You know, we bought, but most and I'm going to go under Fergie here because we were only successful under Fergie. Like we bought we bought Veron. And it didn't work. The majority of other we got Van Persie. Van Persie worked. We got him very cheaply though, really, in the grand scheme of things. £20 million for Van Persie was still. The majority of the players we bought, we always used to get on their way up to being one of the best at their position in the world. And that's how we always operated as a football club. Generally speaking, we bought Andy Cole when he was one of the best strikers in the Premier League, as an example. You know, Dwight York was an interesting one. He was a very good striker in the league.
Rio Ferdinand was amazing.
Rio Ferdinand was a top signing. So Rio Ferdinand was top. But again, we bought him before he hit his peak still. Like, he was still very young when we got him. You know, and I think we need to go back to that type of thing and everything else. But you're right. The structure.
You know what? I would laugh my head off if we get top 4 ahead of Arsenal. That would be just jokes. Honestly,
you know what though? But do you know what it is though, Mo? We don't want that. Like this is where we need to, right? Because you know what, right? This whole Arsenal thing, right, is what it just shows you where we've come. I find it
insulting.
Right. No, we just know. But bro, let me tell you, it shows us where we've come, right? And this is what's weird. You know, I said to someone the other day, right? When Chelsea won those 2 Europa Leagues. The first Europa League, they weren't satisfied because they come up the Champions League. The other Europa League, they were only satisfied that they won that Europa League because they beat Arsenal. So when Chelsea are setting that standard, when Liverpool, you know, are looking to match us on league titles and they've won a Champions League and they could possibly add a trophy, like, and City are looking like they're going to walk another league. Like, this is what upsets me. Because I'm seeing the emergence of two teams come in and the re-emergence of Liverpool happen in front of us. That's what upsets me. Like,
the thing is, the players that we bought this season,
Arsenal's a minor. Arsenal's a minor. Like, we shouldn't, like, no, this isn't even a
we got bigger problems than Arsenal.
It's a bigger. We got bigger issues.
We got big problems.
Like, what do we want to do? We were grilling Arsenal for talking about 15 years consecutively.
Let me just stop everyone right now and let me just say this one thing. You had this is a message to all Manchester United fans and everybody on the stream right now. At the beginning of the season, you guys were title favorites or contenders or in the mix, right? Guaranteed top 4. You said you had a better manager than Arteta, even though you didn't rate Oli. You said you had a better goalkeeper than Ramsdale. You made fun of Ramsdale. You said you had a better defense than us because you signed Champions League Varane. You said you have a better midfield than us because Bruno, Pogba, and all these guys that you have in your midfield. You have a better attack than us, and you bought Ronaldo. One second. So if you have all of this and Arsenal finish above you, even by 1 point, it is a massive embarrassment to you, your fans, your club, and every single one of you.
EGAL, you spend too much. You spend too much time on Twitter. That's your thing. This is the reality. Let me tell you this. Let me say this, right? Let me say this one thing, right? This is why I say you're a bit deluded. This is why I say you're this, because, for example, you came in on this stream, right? I went here and you slated Chelsea for winning the World Cup. Wait, hold on. You slated Chelsea. You said the World Club Cup is not a big cup. Right, you in your lifetime, right? You've seen every other team, right, that has won the league, be more successful than your team. But your only thing right now is finishing above Man United.
Accept the reality of what I just said, though.
No, but this is a reality. I just painted your reality.
Your team was supposed to be superior.
No, but no. Hear what I'm saying now. I've accepted. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but I'm saying, think of it like this, right? Your standards have now dropped to just finish in above a Man United team that is shit. Our fans acknowledge that was shit. That is your standards now. It's not even, you don't have no ambition.
It was really weird. I've got a tweet from someone who follows the Terrace, right? Who says, Terry, it's embarrassing that on the day that we should be talking about United, their issues and poor performances, you set up EGAL and shift the focus to Arsenal. Is that what we're going to see when your team underperforms from now going on? Does it make you feel better? I didn't bring Arsenal up on this stream. EGAL did. Like, so I
didn't. Z did.
Well, no, but you two, hang on. Hang on. You two did in your personal spat you're having. The Football Terrace didn't have a talking point or an agenda about Arsenal today. And then through your conversations with Moo, it went into Arsenal. I just want to address this now. Arsenal were taking no smoke here, or the Football Terrace and I have no issue with Arsenal. We're not attacking Arsenal. We're not deflecting onto Arsenal. All I've done is praise Arsenal in recent weeks. The only thing I've said, and 2 streams running where I've mentioned Arsenal and saying to their fans, you're not where some of you think you are yet. You've still got to keep that pressure on your owners because you're moving in that direction. That still seems to trigger people. And that's part for me of, I don't really understand that toxic positivity. It's almost like you're progressing and moving forward. But I'm just saying this now. EGAL wasn't set up on this show at all. I ain't set EGAL up with shit. Like, the focus hasn't shifted to Arsenal. We're talking, though, about 2 rivals in their journeys and how Man United fans feel about Arsenal.
It's relevant.
In front of them. It's relevant to the conversation.
Terry, can I make a quick point about Man United?
Sure.
Man United have got no killer instinct in their football at the moment. Like to win big trophies in the Premier League and the Champions League, eventually, if they do win it, you're gonna have to have killer instinct. Kill these teams off. Make an example of them for the league to see, where they come to United and you smash them 4-0 and say, all right, cool. You don't. It's just like we had so many chances and we can't even take one of them or 2 of them. Like, eventually, guys, if these players, this message to Man United players, if you want to win the big leagues, the Premier League, the Champions League, you're gonna have to eventually, at some point, kill the teams off. But I've always said this team is a bunch of losers, and that's not disrespect. But they're not winning. We've seen these teams go to semi-finals and finals, and they're bottle jobs. So I don't.
Mate, we play like the away team at Old Trafford. We don't even play like the home team anymore.
Guys, I just had this said to me here. Goes, is EGAL the only non-United fan on the panel today? I think you know what you're doing, mate. I noticed you didn't have Jess on today. It's EGAL conveniently. Again, the link is sent into a group chat that is full of all the main faces that you see on the thing. Also, the link to phone in is in the live fucking comment section. It's an open stream for everyone. I want to put this out there right now about the football terrace. We don't set shit up. We do not have agendas where I'm like, right, come on today, EGAL, and say this. Oh, I'm only having EGAL on today, so everyone can go. EGAL, you know this. You know where the link's been shared. Like, it's open for everyone.
I never knew EGAL was coming on.
I came on under my own accord. The reason why I came on is to speak to my guy Z here. And the reason why they're saying that, Terry, is because, let's be honest, Manchester United fans always are on talking about other clubs, but when I come on to talk about Manchester United and I try to keep it on Manchester United, he shifted the blame over to Arsenal, and then the conversation.
Cool. Exactly. And you guys, this is the point. Do you know what's Matt? Do you know what makes me annoyed about it? The football terrace doesn't have agendas. It's a platform, and you can come on a footballing sense and say what you want.
Let me call you out though, Terry. When he says something stupid, clip him.
Yeah, no, you know what it is? I'll be honest with you. This is between me and EGAL.
But
he said some stupid stuff about him beating Liverpool. It was never clipped. Clip him. When he says dumb shit about United.
That was clipped.
It was.
Please do.
Bro, do you know the thing is? A lot of people need to understand that this is between me and EGAL. It's a conversation.
That was clipped and put on Give Me Sport and did over 190,000 views.
I love it.
Viral on Facebook. So
no.
I just have to see that. Guys.
It's not even a shot at you, Terry. It's just more of a shot at Z. Because Z, as long as you have him on, Terry, he's gonna say some dumb stuff about United. And you know that.
It's football, isn't it? It's football. I mean, football's an emotional sport. You know, we all say it's crazy.
To EGAL's point, he's absolutely right. If Arsenal finish above us, it's an absolute embarrassment for United. It is not an accolade for Arsenal, but it's also an absolute embarrassment for United because.
But it shows
to be honest, I was like all the other fans at the start of the season. I said we should be challenging it, and to be honest, Rivals said if you guys say anything less than that, you're being deluded, or you're watering it down and those sort of things. But that's a conversation we had a long time.
But guys, that Atletico games now, there's a lot of pressure on these players to deliver.
Of course.
That Atletico, that game, if they don't deliver, then if they don't deliver, because that's a big stage, and this is what Man United is about, delivering on the big stage. If you mans can't deliver on this stage against the Atletico team, it's pretty much you need to start.
Mo, do you know what's crazy? I want to call out people right now. I want to call out some. I'm not going to call them out by name, but they know who they are. Some of the YouTubers, right? And listen, I'm going to say this right now, right? I was Ollie out because of simple fact that I think in order to do this job, this Man United job, it takes a miracle. You have to be Jesus. You got to turn water into wine, right? But I'm going to call out certain people because we knew our players weren't good, right? But people were ignoring that under Ollie. We were actually doing better in the league under Ollie, right? And now you've got these same people now want to wake up and see that it's the players, right? Because Ollie's out the window. So how come you couldn't see it under Ollie? And now you're on this notion. It's not going to call myself out because anyone who knows me knows I've called out players. There's not one player I signed with.
So
I called out Bruno. I called out Pogba.
Bro, it's the whole club. It's not just only the players.
Pav is on the panel right now. Pav will tell you. Me and Pav got into it because I called out all the players after a win. So it's not something where it's I'm just calling out.
Can I ask you a quick question? Do you, in your hearts of hearts, believe that this team can win a league title? This team here?
No. As long as it's not even forget the owners. Forget just the owners, right? Forget just the owners. It's the simple fact of the matter is, it's the fans as well. We've gassed up some of these players to be bigger and better than they were. And we've given, that's the reason why these players
they're doing it with Alanga as well. They're already calling him a star boy, man.
Have got the power.
Do you know what it comes down to? For me, some top reds have got a real big issue here because like today was actually the best I've seen Alanga in terms of, I haven't seen. He scored some important goals recently. You know, the opening goal against Brentford, of course, the equaliser the other night. But it's too often in games, I know the guy's got speed, and I don't see him use it. The amount of times I see him one-on-one with a defender, and he hasn't run at the guy, I sit there and I'm sort of like screaming at the TV. And I'm like, why are you not dribbling? Today he did it. And actually, 2 or 3 times he did it led to gilt-edged chances. You have to run at people. You beat a man, you open them up. But I'm seeing I'm seeing the songs about him. He's gonna the way he's being treated right now. It's how people were with Rashford 5-6 years ago, and it's
Yeah,
scary
same thing.
because the pressure that we're
Exactly.
going to again, you learn as you get older, and I think social media has taught me a different way to be a fan in the sense of. Like, I
Exactly.
will never gas up a young player like I did Rashford again, because I see the pressures that it puts upon them, especially with social media. I've said it before. Whenever a team, how many times, Egal, you do more shows than me than the rest of these guys. I know Pav watches most things, so does Mo. How many times have I seen, like, we've had a semi-final or a final or a major tournament where everybody is 100% the best team in this is going to win? I'm like, yeah, I think
We did that for the Euros for
Yeah,
France.
there's too much
you said,
overconfidence.
I don't think France is going to win because everyone's picking them as favorites.
And I feel like the overconfidence can get into a dressing room. Equally, I
Mm-hmm.
think negativity can get into a dressing room via social media. How do we know
I
this?
think
Because we see footballers all the time. They're quote tweeting journalists.
Exactly.
They're on here. They
But
hear it.
Terry,
They hear it. They
you know
hear it.
what?
Let me say this
I'm
about
not gonna
Elanga.
lie.
I like Elanga because the simple fact, when I heard him say he went and did his research before that Atletico game, where to slot the ball and how the goalkeeper does stuff, that right there shows that he's smart and he's studying the game and he's trying to improve himself. And he has to do that because at Manchester United, it's been shown over the past couple of years that players stagnate and they reach a threshold where the coaches do not develop them to a next level. And I think Manchester United needs to improve their coaching staff or something to get these players up to another level, because Rashford has improved. Jesse Lingard was supposed to be good. He didn't improve. And it's going to continue to happen with other youngsters if you do not get the right coaching at this.
It's not even the right coaching, Egal. Sometimes they're just not good enough. That's what it is. Sometimes they're just not good enough. But you know what happens, right? This is what happens, right? And you've been there, right? While Shulka's been on a low, right? Is when you're not winning anything, you hold on to anything. You get what I mean? When you're not winning, you start holding on to the smallest of things, the littlest of things.
This video doesn't exist on the platform anymore because I don't know if you guys have ever done this. You make YouTube videos. So I used to this was years ago now. I bought some copyright-free music, but since I paid, I downloaded it for free. But someone's obviously bought the ownership to it, so that the video got taken down like 2 years ago because it then wasn't copyright-free. But this video was titled "One Day Man United Fans Will Hate Marcus Rashford." And what I spoke about was this: we did it with Januzaj, and we were so desperate for a hero because we were going backwards that we over-egged him. I was part of that. I made that mistake. And what I found with social media recently is fans don't like to admit when they get things wrong, of all clubs. Like, everybody focuses on what they were right about, not what they were wrong about. It's become like an obsession. Like, I'll put my hands up and say, I was wrong about Ramsdale going to Arsenal. I'm going to take it away from United for a minute. I'm going to say I was wrong about that. I didn't think he'd be as good as he's been. But I got into social media fights with some big Arsenal accounts in the summer when I said you've had a good summer in the window. They're like, no way, it's been terrible. I'm like, no, Ben White's a good signing. Lokonga will turn out to be good. Tomiyasu, excellent player. Like, I praised a lot of those guys, and I got that right. But equally, I was wrong about Odegaard. I didn't think he'd ever be this good at Arsenal. This is the thing. We will all get half the things we predict wrong and half the things we predict to be right. Social media is becoming more and more toxic because nobody wants to admit when they're wrong. And it's like, that's just part of it. Like, the greatest Fergie and Wenger, two of the greatest Premier League managers of all time. Pep, who's one of the greatest now. They've all got things wrong. Signing Bravo, signing Pepe, signing Francis Jeffers. I'm just throwing examples out. They get things wrong. So if Fergie and Wenger can get football opinions wrong, I've seen Wenger on panel shows do, like, before games, say what he thinks going to happen, and then at halftime going, I did not see this coming. And it's like, if Wenger can get a prediction wrong, we all can.
But this is what I'm saying, though, Terry. You got to remember, this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm saying about the Man United beat Liverpool, right? I'm talking about how we get ahead of ourselves, right? United can now go on, right? And we say, for example, we beat City and we beat Liverpool. Everything will be forgotten by our fans. You get what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Like, everything will be forgotten by our fans. And this is what I was trying to explain. I'm not saying, oh, yeah, I'm confident. I'm just saying this is how United are. This result with Watford, then we can go beat Liverpool, beat City. And now it's like, oh, my God, look what we done. Remember last season, right? As soon as we beat City, remember we beat them 2-0? We're singing 21 and 21 again. Do you remember that? So this is what I was trying to say. But girl, you're thinking I'm saying, oh, we'll beat City. No, we'll beat Liverpool. No, it's about, this is the roller coaster that we're on, and our fans get
gassed off the house. Do you know what's crazy though? Right? we go into these next 3 games. I'm not saying we're going to win any of them, right? But I remember going into 3 games just like this under LVG, where we literally played City, Liverpool, and Tottenham, especially mad. And we were like, we're going away to Anfield. We had City at home and we had Liverpool Spurs at home. This was peak Spurs on the potch. Liverpool were looking good and City were very good. And we were like, we're doomed. We beat Spurs first. It was on Mother's Day, I remember, because at the time I was married and we went out for dinner. And Archie was a newborn baby. He was like 3 months old. He's 7 now. It was a long time ago. I got back home after and I was like 15 minutes behind. And I was like, I didn't want to fast forward it. It was the day where Rooney scored and did the boxing celebration and fell backwards. The next week, we played City and we beat them 4-2 after going a goal down. And then and then it was Juanfield. And it was like, that's why I don't disagree with what Z says. I don't think Z believes we're going to beat Liverpool. Z's point is this. This Man United team, so inconsistent. We could beat Liverpool at Anfield and then lose to an average team in the next game. And I don't think that's like too far-fetched to kind of for a throwaway.
Wait, are these Bielsa rumors true?
Sorry?
Are these Bielsa rumors true?
Oh, I hope Bielsa goes, because as much as my club...
Apparently it's ringing out that Bielsa's been sacked, apparently.
I hope he has, because he's shit. I keep... Everyone said he was a 3rd or 4th best manager in the league. Honestly, he sits on a puffy.
How good did we look with that Harry Maguire today?
Do you know what's crazy about today's game? Do you know what's really annoying?
How do you solve that issue?
If we'd have scored 2 or 3 of those chances,
yeah, it would have been great.
This would have gone down as a great performance. We look very comfortable, and without Scott. Listen, if Matic was 10 years younger, we'd be fine.
But let me tell you this though. This is what we're doing.
The way we've been playing,
is not that much better than Maguire.
Beaten, man. Again, it's gonna be when we play City and Liverpool. I'm telling you now, we're gonna get slapped so bad. It's not going to be nice. I can see it coming.
I hear it. Guys, listen, I appreciate it. There's a couple more super chats that wanted me to do shots here. This one from Henry. I'm going to do 2 more. I've done like a lot of shots and I'm struggling a little bit, if I'm being honest with you. I've got a couple more. I've nearly finished my bottle of Grey Goose. You can see it's almost gone.
This is what United's doing, Terry.
Oh, man. I've got to do another. I've got to work again in 45 minutes after the City Everton game, which is still doing it. Hang on.
I have to watch the next game reaction. This is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, this is going to be hilarious. So I'm not going to lie.
When that drink settling, it's about to get real.
I don't want to leave. I don't want to get any oxygen and get out of this room. Do you know what I mean? Because the oxygen's going to be a mad one. But I'm still getting stuff online from people saying I just hate. This is what it says here. I just hate. I think it's funny that on a United post-show match show, Arsenal and our fan base are the focus. But that's because it goes. Hang on. The goal to slander the size of the same club is scapegoating for United. No, I'm really not trying to like get away from United's performance. I don't know. I sometimes think, I still sometimes think people, I see other people now do like cross-purpose shows where like you've got multiple fans from different teams talking about a subject. But on the terrace, we still seem to get this kind of weird label against us that like we've got these weird biases and stuff. Like, I don't get it, but cool. If that's your opinion.
It's not as if we like
Football Terrace is the only big channel out there that allows you to call in. No other big channel on YouTube or whatever allows you to call in. Like, this is the only channel that you can call up and voice your opinion.
And you'll all know this because you all get sent links by me or we put them in a comment. Do I ever, barring when we do the top 6 show, EGAL, do I ever send an agenda about the talking points and what we've got to say and what we can't say?
No. The only thing I'll say is, Terry, you're a Manchester United fan, so of course you're gonna talk nice about your club.
Like, yeah, I mean, this is the maddest thing. Yeah, like I am probably, but then having said that,
only thing I'll say as a viewer, as a panelist, you protect certain people like Z when they make dumb takes.
I told you.
It's all bad. It's bad, man. It's bad.
You need to stop doing that, Terry, because when certain people make dumb takes, you don't call them out because they're your fans. You correct them.
So, do you want me to tell you why? Do you want me to tell you why? I'll tell you as to why. Because I know you, and I can, and I don't mean to sound harsh to Pav, Mo, Dizzy, or Z. I've met you. We've ate food together. I consider you a friend, so I'll call you out. I don't know these gentlemen well enough yet to do that. I call Jess like the more I know someone, the different
Okay,
I'll
let me
treat
give
them
you an
because I
example.
see them as a friend. So
When-
I hear where you're coming
When
from.
Neeks, Cam, and these guys who are also United fans make dumb takes, you don't call them out. You say, "This is my take on it."
What do you mean? Don't call them out.
You don't. Manchester United fans, if they make the dumbest take, even when you disagreed with Lias when he said Manchester United should lose this game,
Hang on. I put Lias's clip out.
you
I
put a
didn't-
clip out,
no,
but
I
did you
didn't
call him
put-
out on stream saying no?
because I didn't disagree with him.
Okay.
And but I put his clip out. It was the most viral clip the Football Terrace has ever
No,
shared.
but Terry, do you get what I'm saying though? It's not an attack on you. I'm just telling you, everyone
Huh?
here, everyone on
I
stream,
call out
some people even agree with
anybody's opinion that I disagree with. I call out on the terrace.
Yeah, no, we've got.
Okay, so
yeah.
do you, so have you not disagreed with KJ and Neeks about Manchester United and got into our argument?
Yes, we have many times.
Okay, so fair.
I've had KJ. I was disagreeing with KJ on the stream only a few weeks ago, where he turned around to me and like told me to shut up, like to my face on camera. That happens.
Egal, if you go on to Egal, if you go
Okay,
on Twitter,
I haven't
we'll
seen
always
that.
argue
I
with
haven't
each
seen
other.
that side. I haven't seen that side. I usually just see
United
the
fans
side.
argue the
I
most with
usually
each
just see
other.
the
You know
side
that.
where we're talking about rivals. I don't really see the side where you're getting into it.
The
with
thing is, you won't see me and Neeks argue a lot because me and Neeks tend to share very similar views on Man United. And if I agree with something someone says, I can't call them out for it.
Okay,
That's
Terry,
weird.
all I can do is give you my 2 cents on it, and that's all it is.
Yeah, we respect that. We respect that.
Yeah, respect,
And
okay.
I hear that, bruv. It is what it is, and I can't go into too much. But like, it's like someone said to me the other day, I never disagree with Lee Gunner, and I'm sort of like,
You
no,
don't.
no, I do. Me
Only
here,
time you disagreed with him was Rashford and Bruno. That's it.
no,
He just
what-
disagreed with him the other day about the Ronaldo thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying you don't.
What about when I call Lee Gunner out for saying you should be celebrating at Arsenal for the step changes and the progression moments?
No, Terry.
What about when I said that to him?
The way you and Lee gonna have a conversation, there's certain things that would trigger you. If I said it, but he says it, he would get a pass. That's the
Well,
reality.
this is United right now. Anyway,
I
United
don't
just
know.
drew.
Yeah, pretty much.
United just
Hey,
drew.
hey,
You drop
hey,
points.
hey,
This is not a. This is not a.
You guys
Give me
can
that.
have
Give me that
couples
show.
therapy later.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Bro, man, it's not.
It's not
This is
Dr.
not a
Phil.
therapy
This is the
session.
TFT, man.
No. I don't know you. I don't know you and Lee's relationship as friends or anything, but I feel like you're more lenient with him when he says
Jeremy
wild
Kyle.
things are professional.
Aye,
Jeremy
Jeremy
Kyle.
Kyle.
I don't know.
Validating his
I don't
feelings,
know.
that's the
Listen,
problem.
I don't know. I think it's just like I don't know. I mean, it's interesting you said maybe. I mean,
You
like,
treat Lee more like a journalist than you do an actual YouTuber.
Yeah, maybe.
You have to acknowledge his feelings,
Maybe.
Terry. Come
I
on.
think you're a brilliant journalist.
I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting one. I mean, it's funny, like, because someone said that about Jess, though, like, I don't do it with Jess. And then, like, me and Jess had, I don't know if you
No,
guys
you
watched the
call out
stream.
Jess. You
I
call out
don't know.
Jess.
I don't,
But after that one show where you called her out, you don't call her out again.
Nah, they go back and forth all the time.
mate, if you watched our show that we did maybe 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
That's the
that
show.
was, no, but I've done it before. And listen, bro, like, I don't know, man. It's one of them ones. I'll look at it. Maybe it's just, it is what it is. But,
I'll call out everybody.
Yeah,
I don't
outlandish,
care.
yeah, that's what it is.
I'll
It
call
takes
out
it
everybody. I'll call out my
outlandish.
own fans. But I feel like you do have certain, it's not biases, it's certain energy for different people. That's
Mate,
what
I got grilled the other day when I said
You'll
that
get
Dan James is
grilled
more,
because you
is
say
more,
some dumb
more
stuff,
messy
but
than
you
what's it
should.
called. Yeah, but it happens, Egal. Bro, like there's no
It's an
favoritism. Come on,
emotional
brother.
sport. Like,
No.
It's football.
But
It's
look,
bad.
in all due respect, Terry, if you treated everybody the same, then you wouldn't be honest to yourself, because there's people who are your own fan base where you're gonna respond to them with different
well,
energy.
I think it's you can't. I've got this belief in life that, you know, like this whole idea of treating everybody the same, it's a myth, because how you say something at Gal versus how KJ says something, you may approach it differently. It might make me feel in a different way. Like, it's hard to like have the same reaction to everything people have said and done. But you know, like, how much I like you. We talk obviously a lot privately. You help me out a lot.
Yeah.
I've helped you, things like that. The interesting thing about clipping up, though, you're the only person, Gal, who, when you say something wild, texts me and said, like, share, you should clip this and you should share this and you should share that. No one else asked me to actually clip them up. Like, you're the only one who ever asked me to clip them up.
Hey, I've also asked you not to put my name on Twitter, and you've done it still, so it's fine.
Yeah, but then do you know what it is? I look at it this way. I tag you in it because I don't want to sound like disrespectful, but I tag you in it. It's good for you, bruv. Like, it's good for you. I'll give you some about Liez. I said about Liez. Liez, I will say this. It's not that Liez was getting a lot of shit for saying that he wants United to lose, and he asked me to delete the tweet. So he deleted it. And then when everybody else turned his opinion, he was like, did you delete it? I said, he went, oh, I want it out there now. And I'm like, never delete the clips. If you're saying something that you believe in, keep it out there because it will come to fruition.
Well, you got a W today.
Everybody,
so you can clip that.
every single fan base will hold that. And you know what? Arsenal fans held it for 2 years. Manchester United, you're gonna have to hold that. And Terry, every single Manchester United loss that I can.
But we won a Champions League. You haven't.
These guys are gonna have to hold that. And Terry, yourself, whenever we're doing this next time, if I do not mention Arsenal, and it comes out of your mouths, then there's no.
I'll be here.
I've had enough of your mouth on this. No, I'm joking. Listen, right? I hear you. Listen, I know there's loads of people backstage. I've got to end the show because I've been watching the game, but I've got to go live afterwards. It is still 0-0. Everyone who's tuned in, thank you. Egal, love you to bits. Nip, you're backstage. I know you're coming studio tomorrow. I know quite a few people are coming studio tomorrow. If you fancy coming to watch the cup final in the Football Terrace studio in London tomorrow, I don't know how I'm going to get up after doing all them shots. But
what cup final, Terry?
What cup final? The Carabao Cup final.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not in that. I don't care.
Yeah, so if you want to come studio tomorrow and watch it with us, original base Andy's coming down with some cupcakes he's made. We'll get some beers in. We're going to get some food in. Come down and watch it with us at the Football Terrace. We're in London, so let us know if you fancy it. It'll be a bit of a bubble. Man like J. Ron's going to be there. I'll definitely be there in some capacity. I've got who's sponsoring it? So it's Manscaped tomorrow because in fairness, Boohoo have sent me so many jackets. I've got about 6 jackets I've got to wear. Some of the bomber jackets sent me I'm a little bit too old for as well, but you know what I mean. I've got them all hung up.
Can I just make one assumption? I got a feeling. I don't know, for some reason I got this weird feeling that we're going to win the Champions League.
Fuck off!
We're not even going to beat Atletico, man.
Yeah, watch what I'm going to say now. Man United fan, Pav. Mo, sorry. I know you're a viewer of the channel. You're good to the channel, but shut the fuck up. That ain't happening, bro.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Listen, everyone that's tuned in, thank you. Take care.
Big
Good
up, Football
night.
Terrace.
God bless. See you all soon.